Good morning, children. Is the camera clear to you? Is the visibility okay? Okay, Tadar. Everything is visible properly? My voice is cracking? My voice is okay or is it cracking? Okay. Amrita, beta, you change your place. Just be at the right place where signal is okay. Fine. So yesterday we were doing the functions of Golgi bodies, in which we did that it helps in the packaging and processing of secretions of endoplasmic reticulum. Whatever is secreted in endoplasmic reticulum, that is first processed and packaged in the Golgi complex, and they enter through the convex phase. As I told you, that the Golgi bodies are like this. This is the Solon at the end, Solon end. So this is the cis or convex phase. Convex phase, and this is trans, this phase, trans or concave phase. And I told you that whatever is prepared, whatever is synthesized in endoplasmic reticulum in the form of vesicles, it enters through here. It enters through here. It enters through from here, passes to here, passes to here, and finally it comes out in the form of vacuoles. Okay, so here what is done is packaging, processing, and then packaging of whatever is prepared in endoplasmic reticulum. Then I told you that these Golgi complex, this Golgi complex is larger in size. When I told you about the size of Golgi complex, I told you that these Golgi complex are bigger in size in the locations which are involved in secretion of hormones. So wherever there is secretion of hormones, there the size of Golgi complex will be more. So they help in secretion of hormones, production and then secretion of hormones. The third function of Golgi complex, I told you that it helps in vitalogenesis. Vitalogenesis means formation of yolk in the egg. Yolk is the yellow part of the egg, and it is a reserve food material for the developing embryo. So vitalogenesis means yolk formation in the egg, and vitalogenesis means in the egg, and that yolk in the cell tissue form, which is known as cell plate, and that cell plate is formed by special cells which are known as phragmo. What is the name of those cells which make the cell plate? Yes, beta. Phragmoplasts. So phragmoplasts. So they help in cell plate formation, help in cell plate formation, help in cell plate formation during plant cell division, during plant cell division. And what are these known as? What is the cell plate formed of? This cell plate is formed of phragmoplasts, phragmoplasts, which are fragments of endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi bodies. So they help in cell plate formation also. This is the next function of Golgi complex. The next is the middle lamellae in plant cell. If this is one plant cell, suppose primary, this is another plant cell. In between, we have a structure which is known as middle lamella. This middle lamella is formed by the Golgi complex. So we can write down of middle lamella. Then after this, another point is glycosylation. When I told you the fluid mosaic model of plasma membrane, when I discussed the fluid mosaic model of plasma membrane, I told you that some oligosaccharides are carbohydrates. Some oligosaccharides are attached to the protein molecules, and some oligosaccharides, which are basically carbohydrates, are attached to the the lipid molecules. When I made it like this, and I showed you that these are lipid molecules. If you remember, I made it like this. If you remember, beta, I made it like this. And then I made some superficial proteins. Then I made some tunnel proteins, if you remember. And in this, I told you that some oligosaccharides are attached to the protein molecules, and some oligosaccharides are attached to the lipid molecules. When the oligosaccharides, these are proteins, these are protein molecules, these are lipid molecules, and these are carbohydrates or oligosaccharides. Which carbohydrates? Oligosaccharides. When these oligosaccharides, which are CHO, I'm writing CHO means carbohydrates. When the oligosaccharides are attached to lipids, they form oligosaccharides, oligosaccharides, plasma membrane. When these are attached to the protein, they form glycoproteins. So this I discussed when I taught you the fluid mosaic model, and this is the 6th point which I'm discussing with you. So these oligosaccharides, along with lipids, they form carbohydrates, and oligosaccharides with proteins forms glycoprotein. The function of both is different. The glycoprotein help in cell identification. These glycoproteins, I told you that this help in cell identification. And when is this cell identification used? This cell identification is very important during organ transplant. This is very important during organ transplant. When the organ transplant is done, the thing which is matched is glycoprotein. And glycolipids, these are used for cell protection. Their function is cell protection. Okay, so this process, when oligosaccharide is added to lipids and proteins, this process is known as glycosylation. This process is known as glycosylation process. So the Golgi complex, they help in this glycosylation process, which is attachment of this carbohydrate, which is oligosaccharide, to the lipids and to the proteins. I'll write here the full name so that you don't miss it. Oligosaccharides are carbohydrates. Is accomplished by the key complex. Is it clear to you, children? The 6th point is clear to you? This point has already been discussed when I taught you the plasma membrane. So I'm getting just one response. Rohan is saying that this is clear. Any other person? Tadar, fine. Any other? Yes, beta. Amrita, Sanvi, Yashika, Lalit. Yashika, Lalit, is it clear? Glycosylation process. This is, yes, ma'am, but the board is again a little blurry. Board is blurry. Okay. Priya Yadav. Priya, these days you are late. Tadar is doing it. So from tomorrow, just, okay, I'll just see, do something about the board. I think if it doesn't work, then we will have to leave the meet and we will join again. Wait, I'll just switch off the video for a minute and then I'll start it again. Maybe it will work. Yes, beta, any change? Are you finding it better now? Or it's the same? Still it's blurred or is it okay now? Yes, Rohan? Are you able to read what is written on the board? Are you able to read
No,
what is
ma'am.
written? You are not able to. Now, are you able to read, beta?
Yes, ma'am. Now it's better.
Are you able to read what is written on the board?
Yes, ma'am.
Glycosylation. Can you see the word glycosylation
Yes, ma'am.
down here? Glycosylation.
Yes, ma'am.
Oligosaccharides, lipids. These words you are able to see now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So I'll continue with my this topic. So glycolipids and glycoproteins are formed. Glycolipids are required for cell identification. Cell identification is process which is very important during organ transplant. And glycolipids, they are there for cell production, cell protection. This I taught you when I taught you the fluid mosaic model also, how the oligosaccharides are present on the lipids and the protein molecules. Then another function of this is acrosome formation. Acrosome formation. Have you ever heard of this term acrosome? Have you heard of this term acrosome? Yes, beta, acrosome formation. Golgi complex help in acrosome formation. Have you heard of this word? I'll write it for you. Then you tell me. Now the 7th point helps in acrosome formation. Yes, beta. Do you know this word acrosome? A-C-R-O-S-O-M-E. Acrosome. Yes, bache, have you heard of this word? And if you have heard, in which structure have you heard of this word? This is in the case of sperms. The anterior part of the sperm is made up of acrosome. The anterior, if this is sperm, this anterior part is made up of, this is acrosome, and it releases some sperm license. This releases some special secretions which are known as sperm license, and these sperm license are required to rupture, to penetrate through the ova. These are required to rupture the membranes and enter the ovum. So this acrosome formation is by the help of Golgi complex. This is another function, an important function of Golgi complex. Then another function, another important function of Golgi complex is formation of lysosomes. Another important function of this is formation of lysosomes. Eight. Now, what are these lysosomes? This is a Golgi complex, cisternae of Golgi complex. Now, what happens? These ends, they pinch off, they come out. Okay, they get pinched off and they form these structures which are known as lysosomes. And slowly, these lysosomes, they get filled with a secretion which are a special type of enzymes which are hydrolytic enzymes. Okay, then Golgi complex is an important part of endomembrane system. This is an important part of endomembrane system. Now, what is this endomembrane system? Anybody who remembers endomembrane system? What is this endomembrane system? Yes, beta, anybody who remembers this? What is endomembrane system? Yes, bache. What is endomembrane system? Anybody who remembers this? Endomembrane system. We have done this when we were doing, this is the revision lecture which is going on. We have done this chapter before. And in that chapter, I taught you what is endomembrane system. So what is that endomembrane system? Anybody who remembers, just a hint? Just a hint of it? Yes, just a hint of it. Yes, Yashika, endomembrane system? No. Yes, Amrita? Amrita, you know the answer? If component of eukaryotic cell, and this is, we cannot say it. Actually, there are some organelles in the cells which are interrelated in their functions, like endoplasmic reticulum, ER, Golgi bodies, lysosomes are collectively known. They are not known as made of ER, yes. Yes, actually, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, and lysosomes and vacuoles, all these four, they are interrelated in their functions. You know, whatever is formed in endoplasmic reticulum, it goes into the Golgi complex where it gets processed and packaged. Then the ends of Golgi complex get pinched off and forms the lysosomes. And lysosomes have hydrolytic enzymes, and at the same time, whatever is processed and packaged inside, it also forms the vacuole. And these vacuoles contain all the secretions which are there in the endoplasmic reticulum. So some organs are interrelated. And example, ER, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi bodies, lysosomes, and vacuoles. These are interrelated in their functions, and they form the endomembrane system. They together form the endomembrane system. So this is about the endomembrane system and the ninth function of Golgi body. We come to the 10th function of Golgi body. That is 10th function. There are macromolecules in the cell. Of course, micromolecules are also there, but macromolecules are there, and the transport of macromolecules within the cell is done by the help of Golgi complex. So Golgi complex helps in transport of macromolecules in the cell system or in the cell. Okay, so this is the 10th point which tells about the function of Golgi complex. Now, anything in all these 10 points which you could not understand or you want me to repeat? Yes, Beta? Any point which you could not understand or you want me to repeat? Or all the 10 points of function of Golgi complex is done, is understood, clear? Tadar is saying yes, bache. And I'm just getting, okay, Rohan, Sanvi, repeat fifth point, please. Okay, I'll repeat that for you. Sanvi, fifth point is help in the formation of middle lamella. You know, when two cells are like this is suppose first cell, first plant cell, and this is the second plant cell. In between this is the first plant cell, this is the second plant cell. In between, we have a middle lamella. Okay, a middle lamella, a membrane is present, which is known as middle lamella. And it, in a way, it keeps both the cells in position, and also it doesn't allow them to, for excessive wear and tear. That also it prevents. So this middle lamella, which is present in between two cells, this is formed by Golgi complex. So Golgi complex helps in the formation of middle lamella, which is present, which is a membrane, which is present between the cell walls. So this is one cell wall, this is one first cell, second cell, and this is this cell wall, this is this cell wall, and in between we have middle lamella. Is it clear? Is it clear, Sanvi? Yes? Okay. Any other person? Any other point which you want me to discuss or which you want me to? Harsha, Manat, Siksha, Khushman, Zainab, Deepika, Jasleen, Priya, Ananya, Lalit, Sepak, Yashika. Yes, I want your response. Yes, beta. Yes. Siksha is saying it's all clear, ma'am. Fine. On just Sepak is also saying clear. Okay. Fine. So this was okay, Harsha, Priya. Fine. So this was about the Golgi complex, and we finished this topic of Golgi complex. We move on to the next one, which is lysosomes. So after Golgi complex, we move on to lysosomes. Still we have the time left. 5 minutes are left. So just an introduction of lysosomes which are here. So let's start with lysosomes. Yeah. So we will start with the lysosomes. You know another name of lysosome? Anybody who can tell me what is the other name of lysosome? Lysosome is also known as, yes, beta. You have done this lysosome in class 9. Suicidal bag, yes. These are also known as suicidal bags. Fine. So we start with the next topic, lysosomes. Lysosomes are also known as suicidal bags, and these were first of all discovered by Christian D. Dubé. Christian D. Dubé. And where these were discovered? These were discovered in the hepatocytes. Now, who's going to answer my question that what are hepatocytes? I've written here hepatocytes. Who's going to answer my question? What are hepatocytes? Yes, beta. What are hepatocytes? Liver cells, yes. Rohan, you are absolutely correct. Hepatocytes are liver cells. Hepato means liver, cytes means cell. So hepatocytes are the cells of liver or liver cells. Now, where are these found? The location, the site where these are found, the site or their location where these are found. These are found in all the eukaryotic cells. But one cell where they are not found is mature RBC. In mature RBCs, these lysosomes are not found. Besides this, meristematic tissue, or meristematic cells, there also these lysosomes are not found. Besides this, these are also not found in, except, here I'll write except so that you understand, except mature RBCs, except mature RBCs. Let me make it more clear, otherwise it will be difficult for you to understand. Not found in number one, mature RBCs. Number two, meristematic cells. Number three, these are also not found in some protists like Euglena. Some protista, if you remember, like Euglena. These are also not found in some algaes. Also not found in some algaes like yeast. Not fungi, not algae, some fungi like yeast and Neurospora. So in these structures, these are not found. Otherwise, these are found in all the eukaryotic cells. But except for these structures, these are not found here. Then now, where are these more? Or they are more in number. They are more in number in some cells. More in number. In which cells these are more in number? Fine, these are found in all the eukaryotic cells. But in which eukaryotic cells they are more in number? These are more in number in the cells which are involved in intracellular digestion. Now, already I have discussed these words with you many times. There is inter and there is intra. Intra means inside, within. Intra means inside or within. Inter means in between the two. Inter means in between the two. So here I am using the word intra. The cells which are involved in intracellular digestion. More in number in the cells. This I'll just put in a box. More in number in the cells actively engaged in the process of intracellular digestion. So where the intracellular digestion, that means digestion within the cell is too much, there you will find the lysosomes are more in number. And such cells, for example, such cells are WBC, because all the time they are digesting the microorganisms, the bacteria, Okay, the pathogens. So intracellular digestion is very much in case of WBC. And that is why in WBCs, the lysosomes are more in number, because what do the lysosomes do? The lysosomes are involved in, they have hydrolytic enzymes in them. And those hydrolytic enzymes, they help in digestion. If this is a lysosome, if this is a lysosome, this is the membrane of lysosome. And inside we have this. What is present? Hydrolytic. And what is the function of these hydrolytic enzymes? This is digestion. Digestion, that means eating up. That means phagocytosis of anything. It can be a pathogen, bacteria, microorganism, or any dead organelle, or anything which is not in use. So all that is digested by hydrolytic enzymes. So in the cells which are actively engaged in the process of intracellular digestion, that means in the cells where digestion is taking place, there these lysosomes are more in number. So children, I think our time is over. You have to go for another class. Take care, stay safe. We'll continue tomorrow.